us.
I'm here with Ken Daneyko. And Dano, you've been in Toronto since Tuesday.
I've been here a long time. I've got to get back to Jersey. Devils played here on Friday night, but we came in early from Ottawa. Enjoyed the Hockey Hall of Fame weekend festivities. Got to play in the game for the first time, and we weren't moving quite as quick, but just all kidding aside, what a great experience, EJ, and just seeing all the legends and the camaraderie you have. And I got to play with my old buddies that I'd played with for 10 years plus, and that's Scott Niedermayer, Scott Stevens, and obviously the great Marty Brodeur, who is the real reason I'm here to celebrate his induction to the Hall of Fame, and just here to support him.
What was it like to be out there? I mean, because you're out there with your partner that you played with. Scott Niedermayer, you played with for a long time. The way I hear it was you were lugging the puck a lot of the time. This time, he was staying back and covering for you.
Well, it's funny because I prefaced before the game to anybody that would listen, I'm going to dance with the one that brought me. I'm just going to be looking for Nieder because, the game's effortless for him. Yeah. He still could play in the National Hockey League right now the way he skates. But I found myself, I was up ice more than him. Really? It was kind of role reversal. He was howling, and it just got Eric Lindros on a face-off, says, come on, Dano, we're going to set you up for a goal. And so they were doing everything. They loved it. They were just so gracious, all these guys. And I was like playing with my buddies, but the Lindroses and Lanny McDonald was coach, and to see Yakashev out there, who I watched as an 8-year-old kid in that great Summit series. I'm a little bit of a historian of the game. Me and you talk about that stuff. I love that, and it's just great to see all these guys. And we'll play against Marty St. Louis, who could still play because he's not far removed from playing. He was flying out there to try to help his team come back because we ended up winning. It was a tight one. And I scored in the shootout. Lanny picked me as the first shooter, the most unlikely source. But, I mean, it was like just a great thrill. I was like a little kid out there.
And I thought, what did you do? You rode the stick after you scored?
I rode the stick. And you know where I got that from? That came off the top of my head, but it must have been from way back. I was a Leafs fan. It was Montreal and Toronto. I was 8, 9 years old watching a hockey night in Canada and remembering Dave Tiger Williams riding the stick. So it just came to me, and it was a lot of fun, goofy. I don't score too often, you know that, so I had to have a celebration.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, and we all loved it. And, Lanny put a lot on the line, by the way, picking you first. Just want to let you know. A lot of line.
A lot of pressure on me. I mean, all game long, he kept saying, you stay back, don't buck, stay back, move the puck. And all of a sudden I was up ice, and he goes, you're doing pretty good out there. Keep going, kid. He says, he joked. He says, now I see who carried who. You carried Stevens and Niedermayer all that time and Brodeur. And I said, yeah, that was true. Yeah. But I said, all three of them Hall of Famers, by the way.
Right. Well, at least we got the truth out.
What a great time. It was a great time. And Lanny was a character.
How about now, we're here for Marty Brodeur tonight. We're a little bit of time away from the induction for Marty. How emotional do you think? He's not really an emotional guy outwardly. You were in the locker room with him. You lived with him, won Stanley Cups with him. How do you think he'll be tonight up there?
Well, I think guys in the most important position when they played, and we know that was goaltending, couldn't have a lot of emotion, right? Yeah. Because they had to be the calmest, coolest guys in the room, on the ice. Well, that's what Marty was. That's what made him special. That's what makes all the greats special. They don't feel the pressure, ice water in their veins, as they say. Somebody asked me, do I think he's going to shed a tear? And I said yes. I know he tries to hold things inside, but this is a big moment. This happens once in a lifetime. You can tell how overwhelmed he is. I mean, obviously, we all knew Marty Brodeur was going to the Hall of Fame with all the records he holds and winning Stanley Cups and gold medals in the Olympics for Canada. But he's really taken aback. He's looking at like, he's in awe how special this is, once in a lifetime, even though we all knew he was going in and may go down as the greatest goaltender of all time. For argument's sake, I'll say it because he was a teammate of mine. I might be biased, but regardless where he stands in that, he's one of the greats, and I'm just surprised. He's pretty nervous, and I think that's great because that shows the human being in all of us, even a guy as calm, cool, collected as Marty was on and off the ice.
Well, Dano, congratulations on the big goal on Sunday afternoon. Listen, you've been here a week.
I've been here a week.
You're Toronto's guest.
It's time to go home. I love Toronto. The Hockey Hall of Fame put on a great weekend. It was a privilege and an honor to be invited to play in the game for my great buddy Marty Brodeur, and just super to be here to support him, and I'm very proud of him.
All right, Dano, thanks for the time, buddy. Enjoy the night.
My pleasure, EJ, always.